So contracts are signed. 2 heavyweight fighters going to be kicking off on December the 3rd, aged 5. Gents, it's an absolute pleasure to get you both here. I appreciate you both taking the time to drive down here. So London-based fighter, Birmingham-based fighter. So I appreciate you both done a little bit of travelling to come down. So thank you very much for that. We all know it's a massive fight. It's a massive heavyweight fight to have on the card. So I'm going to start with you, Luke. You've been asking for this fight for a while actually, and you're quite happy about that. Can you tell us why?
Dante's a good fighter. I heard quite a lot about him. I just thought that'd be the next step. Get it on.
You're looking at Dante as a bit of a stepping stone, really, in your eyes?
No, that's a different challenge, I suppose. You want to be the best, you've got to beat the best.
Yeah, it's a fair comment. And Dante, you've always said you will fight anyone put in your way. So was you happy too when Luke accepted the fight?
Yeah, well, I mean, we was looking at other options. I mean, obviously Luke messaged me, and which is quite nice. Obviously, so he said he wanted to fight. So if he wants to fight, then the fight's a fight. At the end of the day, he wants to fight. I want to fight. So he's what it is. You know what I mean?
Let's get it on. So Dante, do you think people? Do you think they want to face you because of your background, sort of the firm sort of violence, that sort of thing? Do you think people, because you've already made a name of yourself in that side of things, do you think they kind of look to you and think, okay, I think I can beat this guy? Do you think that's why people want to fight you so much?
No, I ain't been training that long, so obviously some people, I had one amateur fight and then some pro. I don't know whether some heavyweight fighters think that they're going to come up against me, there's going to be a big scout, but an easier scout, if you know what I mean. It's someone who's had a massive amateur background and pro background, but at the end of the day, a fight's a fight, and I can bang as hard as anyone. So, and I can do what I've got to do. So if they think that they're going to come up and have an easy target, I don't mean Luke. I'm not talking about Luke. I'm talking about other people. Until if they think they're going to come and have an easy touch, then they're sorely mistaken. You know what I mean? And I'll keep proving it.
So as we come over to you, Luke, recently proven the fight you took, was it Finland you fought recently? Switzerland, sorry. You nearly stopped a 3-time kickboxing champion. You fell a little bit short in the first round, so you've shown that you can bang as well.
Yeah, it's like Dante said, our weight, I think most of us can bang, to be honest. I took the fight on 5 days' notice and went over and nearly caused a massive upset. 3-time world champion kickboxing, and I managed to beat him at his game. So that was like a win for me, even though I didn't get the fight. But yeah,
I suppose you took a lot of experience away from that big fight.
Yeah. My last 2 fights, I have lost my last 2 fights, but I've learned more on my last 2 fights than what I learned on my 3 wins. So it's all good.
So Dante, having seen Luke, how do you see this fight going? You've seen how he fights. You know, he likes to stand up, he likes to trade. Sometimes, in fact, very similar to your style. How can you see this fight going?
I don't know. I don't reckon it's not going to go the full distance, is it? Let's have it right. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I reckon it'll be a good fight. I reckon it's a good fight. He wants to have a row. I want to have a row. Can't really compare. It's a good one for you anyway, and the spectators.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm definitely happy. So obviously, again, just touch a little bit on your past. So going back to the old footy violence and that sort of background, how hard has the transition been from those sort of fights transitioning into MMA? Obviously, a lot more sort of discipline and that side of things. How hard have you found that?
Do you know what? I tell you, the biggest thing was before I started doing MMA. I've obviously had a lot of fights out on the street, and I'll be honest with you, I thought it was the hardest thing since sliced bread. Thought no one could do me. Come down to an MMA gym, and I was getting fucking banged about by 16-year-olds. I was like, fucking, you ain't actually that hard, do you know what I mean? As you think you are, you know. So as the MMA training's gone, I've toughened up but it was a big shock to the system. It was a bit, what can I say, humbling. You know what I mean? Just coming from street, because street battles are over pretty quickly. Especially if you're a big geezer, you go in, bang, 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 it's over. You know what I mean? Like when you're fighting trained fighters, that's not the scenario. You know what I mean? It's not the case. People ain't going over from 1-2 punches when they're drunk. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to bang someone out of the pub. Had a few drinks, like you go straight in. Come into it to an MMA fight, like it was humbling at first, but like it's nice. You know what I mean? Like the training is like therapy for me. It keeps me out of jail. The more I train, the more I train in a confined environment, the less violent I am out on the street, which it keeps me out of jail, keeps me seeing my kids. So for me, it's more of a lifesaver than I ain't doing it for image. You know, like people might think, oh, he's doing the MMA thing because he wants to look hard or something. It's nothing to do with that. This is like, it keeps me out of trouble. It's like a bit like therapy, you know. Some people might go and say counsellor. This is like therapy for me.
I mean, that's great comments. I think it just goes to show MMA is just not about, you know, seeing who's the toughest and stuff. You know, a lot of people will use it for those sort of reasons. So, you know, it's a good opportunity to encourage people to get down your local MMA gym. So moving on, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Luke, I'd like you to tell me one thing that you respect about Dante and one thing that you dislike.
To be fair, the respect is that he's got his reputation. He's turned his life around. Like you said, he gets to see his kids, keeps them out of jail. Total respect for that. I don't really know to say that I don't like anything about him, to be honest. He's just, he'll probably think the same about me. He's the opponent, that's it.
You're just here to fight the man in front of you. No, there's mutual respect.
That's all you can do. Yeah. That's all you can do. Fight whoever's in front of you. And martial arts is all about respect. We'll have a tail, we'll have a beer, end off.
I imagine it's going to be a similar answer, but same question fired back at you.
I think probably the thing I rate about Luke most is the fact that he's taken fights against tough opponents, and like he's not ducking people, you know what I mean? So you've got to give him his due for that. Like he fought Rob Beach, he fought that geezer in Switzerland. He ain't fucking here in a mug, is he? You know what I mean?
So how have you been preparing for this fight so far then, Luke? You know he's a big guy, you know he can bang. How do you train for someone like that?
The same. Just trying to bang. I've been working a bit on my jiu-jitsu, just cardio, just a normal, just another fight for me, to be honest. To be honest, going back to the previous question, his reputation, it's nothing with MMA fighters. Everybody's got a past, you know what I mean? And Dante's turned his life around. I've done things in my past. This is where we are now, so that's it. Let's just fight and get it on.
Same question for you. How have you been preparing for someone like Luke? Again, he's another lump and he's known to bang as well. How do you prepare for someone like that?
I mean, it's just the same training, same putting the work, doing it. I go up and down from London to Milton Keynes, different gyms, and we've got a pretty good basis at the gym. The only difficulty as a heavyweight is it's hard to find people to spar and stuff and to roll with and stuff. It's a bit easier for the smaller guys, but you can only just get fit and just pretty all-round training. I'm not really specifically working on one thing. Obviously, you've got to be prepared to take it anywhere it needs to go. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, what's going to be the plan next then? Are you looking at changing weights? Are you looking at titles? What's next in line for Dante?
I want to change the weight, you know what I mean? Because I was like, it's just carrying excess weight. I think I move quite quick, so I think I'm more suited like heavyweight. But it's just, obviously it's the dieting. It's difficult. I'll be truthful, you know what I mean? But that's the aim for the next one. Obviously, probably going to sign up to one of those, you know, where they ready-made meals and that. Try and cut the weight down.
Get it all done for you.
Yeah, I just think, you know, if you want to get taken seriously, then you've got to. There's no point in me carrying excess weight and fighting at a weight class that I'm carrying. It's just a hindrance. Do you know what I mean? And there are guys that are heavyweights that are actually proper big lumps. And it's not going to suit my style to fight someone who's like, I don't know, like a lot heavier than me. They're not going to move around in the same way. and it just looks shit. You know what I mean?
So you're looking to just take one fight at a time, see where it goes. I mean, eventually you're going to be looking at titles and some of the bigger shows like Cage Warriors and things like that. Is that the sort of thing that's on the horizon for you?
Do you know what? Like, if they want to come calling, then they can. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I want to be on those big shows. If they think I'm good enough, then they can come. I'm only just going to do what I can do and show what I can show. Hopefully they'll do. And obviously, I want to start winning titles, obviously. But just take one step at a time, and if that next step's Luke, we'll go from there. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, Rage is quite a big show itself, man. So. Yeah, I don't stop, mate. So what's next for Luke then? You've obviously said you've expressed interest in titles and things like that. You actually you considered dropping down to light heavyweight yourself, but you think your better day is going to be at heavyweight and you want to press for the titles. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's like Dante said. I love food too much to be keep cutting weight all the while. Yeah, titles would be good. I've got a few fights abroad booked in the pipeline. A couple in Switzerland, one in Holland, as well as this one. So I don't want to overlook anything and say what I'm going to do next.
One fight at a time.
One fight at a time. 3rd of December. Then we'll see where it is from there.
Cool. Before we move on, did anybody have any questions that you wanted to ask the guys? I've got them both here. Anyone want to ask anything? Hobbs TV over there? All buy on Hobbs TV. Okay. You're both here in front of each other. You're both ready to fight. Is there anything that you guys want to say to each other before you get it on?
Yeah, not really. I think one fair shit talking, to be honest. We're both going to turn up, both going to overrun, end off.
No one's biting to this, are they, tonight, are they? So it's you.
I'm not going to go with Conor McGregor. Just it is what it is. Like we spoke to each other on message, so we're just going to have a run. You do what makes you like fighting, innit?
Yeah.
And obviously, let's turn up and both going to get our hands dirty, and it's going to be fun. You know what I mean?
It's a fight that everyone's talking about. It actually nearly broke the internet when I said that these two were going to fight. So you want to make sure you get your tickets for this one. So you can message any of these guys if you want to get the tickets. Again, I've said it before, they are selling out. It sells itself. Just one little note to add there. Just remember, it's a big night. It's full of testosterone. People are drinking, but it is a family show, and the fighters are respectful of each other. So let's keep the fighting in the cage. Let's have a great night. They're going to shake hands afterwards, and everyone's going to have a great night. So enjoy yourself. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Let's face off.
Hi, Dad. Chill out.
Go on, a little bit closer, a little bit closer.
Will we do like hands on that as well? Or?
Yeah, go then. Look at me.
Alright, can I put Woody in the middle of you two?